Come on. Just 5 more yards and my parlay hits. Let's go. Come on, we need this. Is sports betting as innocent as it seems? I'm Trent Lewis, and coming up on Mountaineer Playbook, I'll tell you about how sports betting is impacting college students.
From Hot Rod to Jerry West, my name's Tyler Carlbon, and coming up on Mountaineer Playbook, I'll be rolling out the history of one WVU tradition that even these guys were a part of. WVU men's soccer is coming off a historic season. I'm Tanner Mounts, and I'll tell you how one senior defenseman is returning for another year. Mountaineer Playbook starts now.
Financial challenges are affecting both West Virginia University sports and its student body alike. I'm Tanner Mounts.
And I'm Georgia Hensley. One WVU men's soccer player experienced an unexpected change to his future plans after the NCAA implemented a critical rule adjustment.
These stories and more coming up on Mountaineer Playbook, a sports magazine show produced by sports and adventure media students right here at West Virginia University.
Around 1/3 of Americans tuned into Super Bowl 59, making it one of the most watched live sporting events in television history. The American Gaming Association estimated that a record $1.39 billion was bet on the game.
Georgia, when it comes to sports wagering, one of the fastest growing demographics is college students, as nearly 67% say they've placed a bet.
As sports betting becomes more accessible, concerns continue to grow about its impact on student life. Our sports culture and economics reporter Trent Lewis joins us live in the studio with a closer look at how it is affecting students here at West Virginia University. Trent?
Thanks, Georgia. Tanner. While a significant portion of college students use sports betting apps or websites frequently, 4% say that they place at least one wager daily. As the industry continues to be normalized, the risk can often outweigh the reward. 6% of students reported losing more than $500 in a single day. Since the Supreme Court legalized sports betting in 2018, the industry has exploded, jumping from less than $500 million in revenue to over $14 billion in just 6 years. With that increase, many students are feeling the financial and mental toll of gambling.
I definitely know people that it affects their studies. They're doing it after school and it can affect their finances.
Research shows that 6% of college students develop a gambling addiction, higher than the general population. At least 8 universities, including LSU and Michigan State, have partnered with sports betting companies, increasing exposure to students. For many students, the accessibility of sports betting is what makes it so tempting. With just a few taps on a phone, they can place bets instantly, sometimes without fully realizing the risk. One major risk associated with online sports gambling is its impact on mental health.
But there are some papers out there that show that mental health outcomes are worse in states after they legalize sports betting, individual mental health outcomes, than before.
In West Virginia, sportsbooks handled over $500 million in bets last year, with revenue continuing to grow. As more money flows into the industry, the financial and mental health impacts on college students increase, making responsible gambling education more important than ever. In the past, people living within 10 miles of a casino had a higher chance of developing a gambling addiction. Now, online casinos have made placing a bet more accessible than ever, including here in West Virginia. Its sports betting revenue reached $56 million last year, the highest in state's history.
Thanks, Trent. While the WVU gymnastics team still has another month before postseason competition begins, it only has one more opportunity to perform in front of its home crowd for the 2025 season. This will mark the program's Women's Empowerment Meet. The annual event was created to celebrate the team's accomplishments and help inspire young gymnasts. In a sport where strength and grace meet, the WVU gymnastics team is proving that true power comes from the bond of sisterhood.
We all get along. We hang out outside of the gym, and when we're inside of the gym, it's always like so much fun, and we're like a little family.
At the squad's Women's Empowerment Meet at the end of the month, this bond will take center stage. WVU's strong culture of inclusion is supported by programs like the Women's Leadership Institute, which helped boost the number of diverse student athletes by 15% from 2018 to 2021. But the future of these programs remains uncertain after the Trump administration defunded these initiatives on a federal level. For teams like WVU Gymnastics, this shift could challenge the resources that support diversity and empowerment. Women's sports received an average share of 15% of media coverage in 2022, a stark increase from years prior.
Well, I know that like NCAA Nationals is on TV, and that has had a very big following and a lot of viewers in the past few years. So I think that's great, not only for the girls, but just for the sport of gymnastics as a whole. And I think it's just inspiring, again, to the younger athletes.
For the remainder of the season, the squad aims to prove that strength isn't just about scoring points, but about breaking barriers, lifting each other up, and showing the power of unity. The bond the WVU Gymnastics team has built off the mat is leading to some of its best scores of the season. Entering the final home meet, the squad has recorded its third 195-plus score of the year.
As the gymnastics team pushes forward with their season, the WVU men's soccer team is preparing to compete in the Spring Soccer Cup. While Dan Stratford's program welcomes 8 new players to its roster, it does return one of its top defenders. Carlos Hernando helped the Mountaineers record 9 clean sheets last season, and now, thanks to a rule change, his collegiate career isn't over just yet.
Senior defenseman Carlos Hernando gets one more season with WVU men's soccer as his waiver for extra eligibility was approved by the NCAA. Before this rule change was announced in December, Hernando thought his career wrapped up with the program's historic 2024 season.
It means everything. Actually, like 2 months ago, I wasn't expecting to come back. I thought I was done, and then like everything happened like really quick. And when Strat told me about the idea to coming back, I didn't have to think a lot, and I just decided to come back to try to help the team.
This waiver grants an additional year to athletes who started their career at the junior college level. Hernando spent 2 seasons at William Carey University before transferring to WVU in 2023.
It's the defensive side of the pitch where Hernando excels for the Mountaineers. But last season in the Sun Belt Conference Tournament, Hernando scored 2 goals, and it's that all-around play he's hoping to pass off to his teammates next season.
Last season, Hernando's contributions were recognized by being named to the All-Sun Belt Conference Tournament team. But it's what he brings off the pitch that is invaluable.
Anytime you can have a player like that of his quality with his experience, and perhaps what's not always seen is he's one of the kindest, most good-natured players that I've ever worked with. He's a great personality to have around the building.
Hernando and WVU will have just under a month to get ready for their competition in the Spring Soccer Cup that includes teams such as Virginia Tech, Maryland, and Pitt. The spring season is set to start on March 9th.
Hernando and the Mountaineers will make 2 appearances at Dick DeLess Soccer Stadium this spring. Their first home match is set on for March 29th against Wake Forest.
Tanner, over the past few seasons, WVU has started to get more recognition for its success on the pitch, but it's the venue that shares the same parking lot that has the storied history.
The Coliseum is one of the most well-known arenas in all of WVU sports, Georgia. While upset victories and elite defenses have been the stories of the last decade, there's one unique tradition that has stood the test of time.
Our men's basketball reporter Tyler Carlbon has the story.
The WVU Coliseum is one of the most historic arenas in college basketball. Inside, it's home to some of the most iconic traditions, from the musket fire to the singing of country roads after a Mountaineer win. But one tradition has rolled its way into the hearts of WVU fans. To understand its legacy, we have to go back 70 years. It all started when Alex Mumford, marketing director for Wendo Weave Carpet Company in South Carolina, pitched the idea to then WVU head coach Fred Shacks.
And he had mentioned to Fred about the idea of having a carpet, a special carpet made specifically for West Virginia players to run out on during pregame warm-ups, just to kind of add to the atmosphere and the excitement and enthusiasm. And Fred said, sure, let's do it.
While the tradition began in 1955, it took a brief hiatus before returning in 1978 and has been used at every home basketball game since.
When the carpet is rolled out, the men's basketball team has a record of 609 to 187. That is a home winning percentage of 76%. I guess we could call this the magic carpet.
This tradition wouldn't be possible if it weren't for the WVU cheerleaders, like junior Ben Compton, who gets the honor during both the men's and women's games.
I mean, I'm from Ohio, and you even know about like rolling out the carpet there. Like every school knows about rolling out the carpet. You see it on like ESPN Top 10 sometimes, and on the not Top 10 when it goes bad. But being part of that tradition is just really something special.
The carpet rollout isn't just a routine. It's a symbol of pride, history, and tradition. And fans have the opportunity to experience it every time the Mountaineers play on their home court. For Mountaineer Playbook, I'm Tyler Carlbach.
Many Mountaineer legends, past and present, have run across that very carpet during starting lineups, Georgia.
That list includes the leader of the women's basketball team, J.J. Quinterly. The guard has become a household name in West Virginia. Since arriving in 2021, she has established herself as one of the program's top players, dominating on both ends of the court. Despite 3 coaching changes, Quinterly remained focused on her goal of leaving a legacy at WVU, and in her final season, she's doing just that. Quinterly recently moved into 5th on the program's all-time scoring list and is top 3 in career steals. Quinterly is the reigning Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year.
Coming up on Mountaineer Playbook, from homegrown Mountaineers to new head coaches, we'll take a closer look at some new faces across WVU sports.
These stories and more after the break.
After the break on Mountaineer Playbook, I'm Luke Blade, and I'll introduce you to a Morgantown native who is living out her WVU tennis dream and how she had some help from family along the way.
I'm Joey Bray, and after the break on Mountaineer Playbook, I'll tell you about a head coach who wants to leave his mark both in and out of the pool.
Mountaineer Playbook brings you the action and adventure of West Virginia sports like no one else.
They're already sending.
From epic climbs to thrilling touchdowns, we capture it all, right from the heart of West Virginia University.
Yeah, this is you, Rachel.
An Emmy-nominated show produced by students in the Reed School of Journalism and Communications, covering what moves you. Catch us on YouTube, on the web, and on the Reed School of Media's website.
Jonathan, Rachel, back to you.
Stay inspired. Stay adventurous. Watch Mountaineer Playbook.
Ready, camera 2, 10 seconds. Ready, Nick.
It has been said the sun might not always shine on West Virginia, but the people always do. And to truly appreciate our beauty, you have to look deeper at our passion, our purpose, at the fabric of who we are.
Because it's always a great day to be a Mountaineer. Wherever you may be, let's go!
Welcome back to Mountaineer Playbook. WVU Athletics has seen 6 head coaching changes since 2022. With names like Darren DeVries and Rich Rodriguez on that list, there's one new face that hasn't grabbed as many headlines.
Brent McDonald was named the 6th coach in WVU swimming and diving history in May of 2024. Less than a year later, his coaching philosophy has already changed the culture within both the men's and women's programs.
Joey Bray joins us live in the studio for his segment, Coach's Corner, to tell us how McDonald is already making a splash in his debut season. Joey?
Thanks, Tanner. Georgia, the WVU swimming and diving program was in uncharted waters a year ago as Vic Riggs resigned after 17 seasons as the head coach. McDonald took over a month later, determined to turn the program into a top competitor in the Big 12 Conference. While the Mountaineers aren't there quite yet, McDonald remains focused on laying the foundation for future success.
Brent McDonald is in the midst of his first season as the WVU swimming and diving head coach. His goal is to create a winning culture with strong relationships as the foundation. The trust that McDonald has already built isn't going unnoticed.
Recently we had a Super Bowl party at his house, and it's like a brand new built house, and he like trusted us all with all this like messy food, and he didn't care like one bit about like all of us running around his house and having fun, and he just brought us into his space, and so it makes us feel very welcomed.
Building team chemistry is something that Coach McDonald believes will be the root of his success here at WVU.
You know, those little things, you get to know who they are, what drives them, who they want to be when they grow up. You know, those are simple little things that are going to give you pieces to how they operate, how to effectively motivate them, and really get them moving in the pool.
While McDonald has had less than a year to leave his mark on the Mountaineers, he has a proven track record of building successful teams.
In 11 seasons in the Big East, a McDonald-led team never finished below 4th place in conference play. Now, he wants to take this WVU swim and dive program to new heights.
In the fall of 2019, the program moved into a brand new home at Milan Park. The $48 million state-of-the-art facility was a selling point for McDonald.
I really saw potential with the resources that we had, with the facility that we had, the fact that we have a true world-class facility here in Morgantown.
McDonald now readies for his first Big 12 championship appearance with WVU in the hopes of capturing the program's first ever league title.
McDonald is just getting started in Morgantown as he takes over a program with a rich history. He's doing so with 2 West Virginia natives on his coaching staff. McDonald's debut season also marks the 50th anniversary of the women's swimming and diving program that has produced 3 WVU Sports Hall of Famers.
Thanks, Joey. Speaking of West Virginia natives, there are 2 on the WVU tennis roster, and they are in different stages of their careers, Tanner.
Well, Georgia, they know this area better than most as they are both from Morgantown. So it's no surprise Lila Byers grew up with gold and blue in her blood. Now she's traded in her high school uniform for one that dons the Flying WV and is ready to make an impact in her first season with the tennis team.
Our tennis reporter Luke Blaine joins us live in the studio to tell us why this season means that much more to the Byers family. Luke?
Thanks, Georgia. Tanner, for freshman Lila Byers, Morgantown is more than just a place to play. It's home. Unlike most of WVU's international roster, the former University High School standout gets the unique experience of having her family and friends at all of her home matches. And for one of Byers' biggest supporters, seeing her compete as a Mountaineer is a full circle moment.
Following a decorated career at University High School in Morgantown, freshman Lila Byers joined WVU Tennis. She enrolled early, foregoing her senior season to become a Mountaineer, which turned her dream into reality.
Being a Mountaineer has honestly been my dream. I've been a Mountaineer my whole life, so to be able to stay a Mountaineer is awesome.
Byers first tried tennis at age 8 while on vacation in Ocean City, Maryland. When she came home, Byers took lessons at Summit Tennis Academy, training under multiple instructors. Her father, Justin Byers, learned the sport as she trained and coached her at UHS, where she won 2 state championships and 3 Ohio Valley Athletic Conference titles in both singles and doubles. That success led to her being tabbed the top-rated women's tennis recruit in West Virginia.
Justin Byers first picked up a racket in 2014 to help Lila Byers train. Now, he gets to watch as Lila lives out her Mountaineer dreams.
Our whole family bleeds gold and blue, and it's surreal the first time she stepped on the court and was wearing the gold and blue with the Jerry West 44 on the back. I mean, it was the coolest feeling ever.
Lila Byers' family gets to support her at every home match right where it all began, Summit Tennis Academy. As her collegiate career is in full swing, she always remembers how her family has helped her along the way.
They've supported me every step of the way since I was little to now, and I'm so excited they can continue to be here to support me.
With the support of her family and teammates, Lila Byers now readies herself for her first taste of Big 12 conference play.
Another WVU connection, Byers' father was also on the hockey team while here in college. He and the rest of Lila's cheering section will have 6 more opportunities to watch her in action at Summit Tennis Academy this season, including the Big 12 Conference home opener set for March 7th against Oklahoma State.
Thanks, Luke. After the break on Mountaineer Playbook, airsoft enthusiasts of all ages can now test their skills at a new facility in Clarksburg, West Virginia, where safety and community is at the heart of every game.
We will also take a trip to Cooper's Rock State Forest for a closer look at all the adventures that await year-round.
These stories and more coming up. Stay with us.
MK Airsoft just opened up a new 72,000 square foot facility here in West Virginia. I'm Jackson Holden, and after the break on Mountaineer Playbook, I'll teach you how to be safe and have fun at this new arena.
Mountaineer Playbook brings you the action and adventure of West Virginia sports like no one else.
They're already
From epic climbs to thrilling touchdowns, we capture it all, right from the heart of West Virginia University.
Yeah, this is tight. Rachel.
An Emmy-nominated show produced by students in the Reed School of Journalism and Communications, covering what moves you. Catch us on YouTube, on the web, and on the Reed School of Media's website.
Jonathan, Rachel, back to you.
Stay inspired. Stay adventurous. Watch Mountaineer Playbook.
Ready, camera 2, 10 seconds. Here, ready, next.
Welcome back to Mountaineer Playbook. Winter snow is here to stay for a little longer in the Mountain State. And while staying warm inside with some hot chocolate sounds tempting, Georgia, the National Institute of Health advises Americans to stay vigilant about their physical health during the winter.
Fortunately, Tanner, West Virginia offers great opportunities to stay active before the warmer weather returns, including a brand new indoor airsoft facility in Clarksburg. Our adventure reporter Jackson Holden joins us from Studio B at the Media Innovation Center to tell us more. Jackson?
Thanks, Georgia. Tanner. Airsoft, a recreational sport where players shoot small plastic pellets, is rapidly growing in the U.S. In 2022, the airsoft gun market was valued at $2 billion and is expected to double by 2032, according to Yahoo Finance. I traveled to Clarksburg, West Virginia to visit the second largest indoor airsoft field in the country to see just how safe the game really is. The new 72,000 square foot warehouse with 24-foot high ceilings features a mock street, furnished buildings, and a store. MK Airsoft owner Gabriel Schuster says that the new facility is great for the community because of the inclusivity of the sport.
It's a one sport where you have a 12-year-old kid and a 50-year-old dad playing at the exact same time. You know, if you went to a Little League game, and a dad was playing in a 12-year-old game, you'd be like, wait a minute, what's going on? But in airsoft, you know, we put everybody in together.
Because anyone can play airsoft, one of MK Airsoft's biggest priorities is safety. They have several rules in place to maintain player safety on and off the field. For safety, MK Airsoft requires you to have a muzzle cover when you're off the field. But when you're on, they require you, if you're under 18, to have a full shield face mask. If you're over, just goggles. MK Airsoft also recommends wearing gloves and a vest when playing. Samuel Davis believes airsoft is safe enough to enjoy with his son, which makes it one of his favorite activities.
Just spending time together, getting out of the house, and being able to be together and do something together as father and son.
MK Airsoft is looking to become the go-to place for airsofters all over the state, no matter who you are. While I just watched this time, I've played airsoft before and highly recommend participating in this family-friendly activity. You can learn more about Clarksburg Airsoft Field by visiting the link at the bottom of your screen. Tanner, Georgia, back to you at the Waterfront Studio.
Indoor facilities like MK Airsoft offer fantastic opportunities to stay active while avoiding the chilly weather. However, if you prefer being outdoors, Cooper's Rock State Forest has made changes to their yearly activities to increase attendance no matter the season, Tanner.
Georgia, the Cooper's Rock Foundation, a nonprofit organization, began its mission in 1989 to preserve the state forest. Since then, the foundation has expanded its goal to promote recreation within the forest. It's since created new activities during the winter months to make it a year-round nature destination. Our adventure reporter Emily Beckner has the story.
West Virginia is home to 36 state parks and 9 state forests. Among them is Cooper's Rock State Forest, located east of Morgantown, West Virginia. Organizations like the Cooper's Rock Foundation host annual events and races in efforts to preserve and promote this beloved place.
We're a full 4-season recreation destination. You don't have to put away your outdoor gear, you know, right after Thanksgiving and not get it out until April Fool's Day. There's a whole bunch of time in between there.
Spanning nearly 13,000 acres, Cooper's Rock State Forest is the largest in West Virginia's forest system. It offers numerous activities and is open year-round to everyone. Around 500,000 people visit Cooper's Rock State Forest each year. From birdwatching to hiking, to mountain biking, and even cross-country skiing. It's a place adventure enthusiasts of all levels can embrace the outdoors, no matter the season.
I have grandchildren, so I bring them up here. There's a beautiful playground. So yeah, it's just a good place to come for lots of things, you know. It is we're lucky to have Cooper's Rock so close to Morgantown, really.
Known for its panoramic views and being home to some of the state's best outdoor recreation, Cooper's Rock State Forest offers something for everyone all year long. For Mountaineer Playbook, I'm Emily Beckner.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of Mountaineer Playbook, an Emmy-nominated sports magazine show where we dive into inspiring stories of coaches, players, and passionate fans who make the sports world truly remarkable. I'm Tanner Mounts.
And I'm Georgia Hensley. Be sure to like and follow us on Facebook at Mountaineer Playbook. You can also stream our shows on HD Media's websites and watch our broadcasts on Sunday evenings at 6:30 on West Virginia Public Broadcasting.
Thank you for watching, and don't miss the chance to celebrate the heart and soul of the game with us next time on Mountaineer Playbook.